Hello everyone, and welcome to my EastEnders Media News channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Next week, a lot of unexpected returnees to EastEnders will be seen, and one resident will get tragic funeral news. Next week, a number of well-known faces will be seen on the square as part of some major plot developments for the Mitchell family, who are still in shock over Jay and Nadine's baby news. Meanwhile, Sonia receives the shock of her life when Bianca travels to Walford in search of Whitney and Zach, whose relationship has been strained since Brittany's arrival. In addition, one of the Mitchell family members will make an unexpected comeback, leaving Billy stunned. The individual assimilates into the Mitchell household fast, going so far as to assist in revealing Nadine's true intentions. Arrival shock. The week after next, Billy Mitchell is taken aback by his father Stevie's arrival in Walford. When Billy's father Stevie shows up at the Queen Vic, the moment is disrupted before he can finally give Honey her new engagement ring. Billy and Phil express their disbelief at Stevie's presence and let him know he is not welcome in Walford. Billy leaves as Stevie tries to win them over, but Phil and Billy aren't having any of it. Billy is comforted by Honey, who advises him to talk to his father. They have an open discussion regarding Billy's early years, but when Jamie is brought up, Billy becomes quite uncomfortable. Billy tells his father to get out of his life, but Honey tells Stevie he needs to do more to be involved in his son's life. Nadine growled. Billy becomes enraged later in the week when Stevie shows up at the house without warning. Billy refuses to tell Stevie anything about his father, despite Lexi and Honey's desperation for him to. Later, Lexi enlists Stevie's assistance in proving Jay wrong. After asking him for assistance in persuading Jay that Nadine is not pregnant, they go to 29B, where Stevie pushes Nadine to take a DNA test. His suspicions about her behavior grow soon. Verified return. The following week, Sonia is taken aback when she runs across Bianca on the square. After discovering that Zach has been missing, she goes to Whitney to try and find out more information. Before it all becomes too much for Zach and he decides to leave, he tries to avoid Bianca's questions about where he's been when he returns home. Whitney, on the other hand, is occupied with attempting to resolve Brittany's Usher syndrome diagnosis. By unintentionally disclosing that Whitney is not Brittany's mother, Rice steps in and causes trouble. When social services show up, they take Brittany away for her protection and hold her until Keely confirms what Whitney has been claiming. In another scene, despite everything that transpired with Keanu, Bianca makes the decision to support Bernie and urges her to return to work. Terrible news about a funeral. This week, Anna thinks she needs to talk to her grandfather Eddie, which brings tragic news for the Knight family. With her family's back turned, she contacts him and receives some depressing news. Anna finds out that Gloria passed away tragically from a heart attack and that her burial was held yesterday. Anna worries that she won't be able to tell George the terrible reality, but she still wants to tell him what she knows. A proposal surprise for Billy and Honey was revealed on EastEnders in a special London Marathon episode. Scenes shot yesterday during the real marathon, when cast members Jamie Borthwick, Jay, and Emma Barton, Honey, competed, were featured in Monday's, April 22nd, visit to Walford. During their run, the two took pauses to record unique moments that were later added to Monday's broadcast. This indicated that the episode appeared on iPlayer a little later than normal. The heads of soap operas intimated that Honey would get popped by Billy Mitchell, but in the end, it was Honey who asked after a hilarious series of mishaps. Billy was initially set on surprising Honey with the proposal, but after a bike accident, he had to take Whitney, Zach, and Brittany to the emergency room, and he also misplaced the ring. Billy was detained by a policeman who believed he was stealing the ring when he eventually located the ring box. Billy eventually talked his way out of difficulty by stating that his family was participating in the London Marathon as a memorial to his late granddaughter Lola Pierce Brown. She passed away. At the finish of the race, He hurried to meet Jay and Honey, but before he could pop the question, he realized the ring wasn't his and had probably been stolen. Later, after Lola's ashes were scattered, Jay and Honey's amazing marathon effort was celebrated by Lola's loved ones in the square. The moment Honey proposed to Billy on TV after the race, as it was shown to the public, astonished everyone. "Billy Mitchell, will you marry me?" In response to Honey's question, Billy laughed and said, "Yeah, of course I will." The joyful pair returned to the pub, where they shared a beautiful kiss and told their loved ones they were getting married again. EastEnders fans who claim to have spotted a mystery Beale have had a mystery clarified by this morning's soap expert Sharon Marshall. During her weekly soap opera segment on Wednesday, 52-year-old Sharon addressed fans' theories with brevity. "We did clear up a little mystery for viewers," the soap expert stated. "Let's have a look at this," Helen said. "My dad was in the background of EastEnders, in Beale's Eels." "I think it's my dad," she exclaimed. "Yes, it is." Sharon responded by displaying an image of a man in a picture frame against Beale's Eels backdrop. Sharon proceeded, saying, "That's George. He owns Manza's Pie Shop in Deptford. He appeared at the back of Beale's Eels after they, EastEnders, took a picture of him to dress the set. That's George, then." The entire cast was observing it and asking, "Who is this actor? And is he a mystery Beale that's going to come in?" Trying to figure things out, George, Helen's father. It happens while watchers of EastEnders will recognize a face in Albert Square starting next week. Residents of Walford will be taken aback to see Patsy Palmer's character Bianca Jackson return in future episodes. It happened earlier this year when Bianca made her comeback to the show after a 5-year hiatus and 31 years after her 1993 debut. However, it remained unclear when or if Bianca would make another appearance. Bianca's comeback is related to Whitney Dean's impending 16-year departure from the BBC One serial opera, which she first appeared in 2008. In later sequences, Bianca surprised Sonia Fowler by greeting her in Albert Square, and she even more surprises Sonia when she meets her partner Rice. Bianca quickly becomes sidetracked, though, when she finds that Whitney's partner, Zach, has disappeared. Later, an unaware Whitney is startled to see social services there, claiming that they have come to take Brittany away for her safety until they can verify Whitney's account of what happened with Keely. Later in the week, Bianca and Zach team together to find Keely after Whitney expresses her sadness over Brittany. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't miss any updates.